Hi, my name is Ann Peterson, and I will be teaching the EST 393 Intro to Industrial Safety this semester for you. I wanted to let you know, full disclosure here, I am not a video blogger or vlogger, and I am getting used to this VidGrid, but I wanted to go ahead and try to utilize this because I think it's helpful for you. I've received feedback from students, and hopefully that this will be a little bit more integrated and useful to you throughout the semester. So I do apologize. This is the first time that I've utilized this, and so there is a learning curve with it, and I will try to integrate as much as possible so that you can see what I'm doing on the screen. Once again, my name is Ann Peterson, and in the past I have worked for a chemical manufacturing company as well as a plastics and metal manufacturing company. I came to work at Pitt State in 2011, and last semester I decided that had been too long while I'd been out of the manufacturing setting. Decided to work in the construction field as a safety manager for a company up in Kansas City, and worked for them for 3 months up there, and then also came down to the Joplin area and worked for a pet food processing plant, that's hard to say, while I was down here as well. Then I started back at school this semester. I will work for a food processing plant in Joplin, and so hopefully I'll bring some of those experiences to you and some of that information so that it'll be helpful for you as well. I do want to let you know that since I will be working full-time for the food processing company, I will need for you to email me if you have any questions. It is very difficult for me to answer the telephone as I will not be here in Pittsburgh. I do not live in Pittsburgh and will not be checking my my voicemail, but I will check my email daily, if not once, but 2 or 3 times a day, just to kind of make sure that I'm keeping in touch in case you have any questions. This course is a 100% online course. You will not be receiving an OSHA 10-hour or OSHA 30-hour general industry card with this. If you are interested in that, please feel free to take the course from myself or another professor either in the fall or the spring, and we do have those courses available. I wanted to go over a little bit of the syllabus, course objectives, and some things to point out to you so that we can get this rolling and you can be familiar with this, and then after that we will just go into the topics and talk about those. And so let's go ahead and start. The objectives mainly from this course, for me, what I would like for you to have is some knowledge about OSHA when you finish the course. We will be going into some specific programs, and so it will kind of talk to you a little bit about where to find that information, become familiar with the OSHA website as well as some of the regulations that are out there, and I can hopefully show you some of the tools that will help you in your position, either current or that is upcoming, as an HR director, a safety director, or anyone else who is taking this course, just to have some general knowledge with regard to that. So what I want to do now is go over to the syllabus and talk to you about the syllabus so that you can understand some of the things with regard to that. I should have had that all the way up there. This syllabus will be online, and so you can refer to this at any point in time, but I want to go over just specific areas of it. I won't read the whole thing. I understand that you can read, and I don't like when people do that either, so just kind of show you some of the highlights of this. There will be no textbook, and so you don't have to purchase anything, which is kind of nice, as zero textbook costs, and I know those get very expensive. So anything that will be utilized will be online. It will be handouts that I put up in the modules, or you can use the PowerPoints, and that's the main information that'll be utilized here during this course. I did go ahead and set out the schedule of activities, as you can see today, which is the third. Every PowerPoint video will come out on the Monday at 8 o'clock. And then any assignments that are related to that video or any quizzes, anything that's related to that, will be due at 11:55 the following Monday. So you can kind of see here that I have listed out the today that we're doing the intro PowerPoint, this welcome video, and then also the intro to OSHA. Along with those two assignments, we have the assignment 1, which is just an assignment for me to get to know you a little bit better and to see a visual of you as well. We also have where you'll sign the syllabus at the very end after going over this, and we'll talk about that later. And then there'll be a short quiz over the welcome video and the syllabus. The OSHA workbook and the quiz will be over the intro to OSHA. And then we will also have a discussion every Monday that will go up. And once again, that will be due at 11:55 on the following Monday. And it will just be over the topic that we have for that. This last one I didn't go over. It was this topic for OSHA paper, Project 1, and I'll go over that with you separately. But I do want to kind of point out that the syllabus is set out. It does have videos that are attached to each one of the class content topics, and the assignments are set out as well. And all of these will be populated in Canvas for you. To kind of go down a little bit further, obviously you're going to need some type of web-based communication. This will be the internet, and it will need to be a good connection so that you can watch the videos. This VidGrid is supposed to make it a little bit easier through Canvas for you guys to watch the videos, and so hopefully that'll be helpful if you want to watch them on your phone or an iPad versus having to log into a computer. The other thing I wanted to go over is academic integrity. There is a complete copy of the academic honesty and integrity policy. You can see here in the syllabus, and you can click on that to kind of know exactly where to go with regard to that. But I do wish that you do your own work. We do also have an avenue on the teacher side in Canvas that we can look and check for plagiarism, and so please make sure that you are doing your own work and that you're not copying it from the internet or other students. The student evaluation, the grading criteria is set out here. Projects, which I'll go over in just a minute, is worth 25% of your grade. Quizzes, 25%. Homework assignments, 25%, and the final will be 25%. I do the grading system, as you can see here. So do make sure that you understand that all of these are kind of thrown in, all of the homework assignments are thrown into one pot, and those are worth 25%. So if you do miss like one assignment, it's not going to be that big of a deal, but if you start missing 2 to 3 assignments in the quizzes or the homework, that's really going to hurt your grade. If you don't take your final, that's 25% of your grade, and if you don't complete a project, once again, that's going to be 25% of your grade as well. The thing with my course I do want to mention is that I do not accept late work. I do give you a week to get things done, and I think that that is ample time. I understand that most of you or some of you might be working, and so this does give you a whole week to get something done at your leisure, but everything will be posted at 8 o'clock in the morning on Monday, and everything will be due with regard to that on 11:55 the following Monday. Also, too, this is a very short course. It's within the 2-month period of June and July, and so we do need to make sure that we keep moving. And since I do wait until all of the assignments are in and the due date is finished with regard to grading, then what I will not accept any late work or any late assignments. So do make sure that you understand that. Also, too, don't wait until the last minute to submit it, just in case you do have some computer problems or something like that. Because I've given you a week, it's still going to be a 0, and I'm pretty adamant about that and kind of stick to that, not only in this class, but then also my other classes as well. As you can see that, once again, go over homework and quizzes. Each of these are worth 25% of your grade, and they are due Monday at 11:55. Assignments will be posted, and I may not have put all the assignments in the syllabus, but all of them will be listed in Canvas with the due dates as we go along. And you will never have an assignment that is due tomorrow. It will always have a week for you to get that assignment done. The projects, this is worth 25% of your grade. I will go over that in a minute in a different video. And the final exam is going to be comprehensive. I will give you a study guide at the end, and so you will be able to fill that out and utilize that for you while you take your final when you look at it. So this is pretty much the video on the syllabus. So I do want to make sure that if you want to sign this and then scan this back in, I only need the last page, but do make sure that you sign this one way or the other so you can have it. What I'll do next is I'll finish up with this PowerPoint, and then I will go to do a different video on the project so that this one isn't so long, and then you can refer back to just the project if you have questions instead of having to listen through this whole video. Whoops, I'm going to go the right side. We also will have discussions that are due. It's going to be on the topic for the week. There's typically 2 topics per week, and those will be due Monday at 11:55 as well. You will have to do an original comment, and then you will comment on one other student. I posed some questions here to kind of help you with regard to the comments. The first one is, was there, if I could get this out, what was something that you can apply to your current, past, or future job on this topic? And that way then you can comment prior to commenting on anyone else's. The other thing is that, was there something that you didn't understand? I will try to go through those maybe once or twice a week so that if there wasn't something that was understood, I wasn't very clear, or I can help you in any way, shape, or form. Or if you have additional questions than what I've covered, then that will help you out. And so those discussions are due, and those will be a weekly discussion. As I said, the project, the only thing that I want to mention in this video, and I will re-mention it in the other video, is that the topic is due on 6/10. This is just the topic, not the paper, and so you do not need that full paper in. It's just what you're going to talk about in your paper, and it's just to get you thinking before that paper is due later on in this semester. Now, this can be any safety-related topic on which you can write, and if you have any questions, or if you want to talk with me about some topics that maybe that you're throwing around and you can't decide, just shoot me an email via Canvas and I can help you with that. That is not a problem whatsoever. So this is the assignments that are due. Those were also on the syllabus, and all of them once again are due Monday at 11:55 p.m. So I do want to once again thank you for taking this course. We do have a full class. In fact, it's over full, which is great, and I enjoy having more people in the class than having less people in the class. We do want to learn from each other as well, and so utilize those discussions to talk about some things that are happening. A lot of you are in the same degree, and so if you can utilize some of your experience and share those with others, that's always a learning, not only for you as well as other students. If you have any questions whatsoever, once again, Canvas email is probably the best bet. I will try to also continue with some of these videos if I need to clarify something, and those will be posted up for you. But thank you very much for taking this course, and if